For quarter three, companies saw stable growth in revenues. Their margins also expanded. In terms of their EBITDA, it grew 70% on a YOY basis. The margins came in at around 14% versus 11%. The stock is higher in trade, up around 0.7%. Dinesh Nolkha, the managing director of the company, is joining us now to take some questions on the outlook going forward. Mr. Nolkha, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, it's been a good quarter, and this is something that you had indicated in the last conversation that we had as well. Give us a sense of how demand has been in January so far in both the domestic and the export markets.
Good afternoon, and thank you for inviting me for on the results. As far as the January is concerned and the going forward, we are seeing that there is a reasonably good demand in the export market. Export has been doing pretty well since last 3-4 months. Of course, we have challenges due to the geopolitical issues which is happening in the Red Sea. So that is one of the concerns. But otherwise, the demand has been quite improved if we compare it with last year.
Mr. Nolkha, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining in. Since you mentioned the Red Sea issue, I'd want to talk to you about your exports. Within 9 months of FY24, your export contribution to revenue has gone up substantially. In the end of FY23, it was 44%. At the 9 months of this financial year, that has gone up to 58%. Do you see that being impacted because of the issues that are currently going on over there? And what do you expect to end the year with that number? And is this the new normal that you would be working with going forward?
First of all, I think there is some mistake in the numbers. Last year also our exports was about 56% of our revenue, and this year it is about 58%. So there is of course, with the increased base, the exports are higher. And normally for our company, the exports have always been in the range of about 55 to 60%. Normally it was our endeavor to keep it a balance of 50-50. But looking to the export market conditions as of now, it is about 56%, 58% of the total revenue. Now, going forward also, we see the yarn exports particularly have been improved a lot since, if you see 1 year back and today. Last year, as a country as a whole, we were doing about 50 million kgs of yarn being exported every month. Now it is touching 100 to 110 million kgs. And it is spread all across the geographies. Of course, Red Sea issue has an impact on our sea freight costs, but in comparison to the total revenues and the sea freight cost, it is minuscule.
Right. So I'll correct myself there. The domestic numbers were actually 58% compared to the exports. So what do you envisage that number, Mr. Nolkha, to say in FY25 also? Do you see that number going higher?
No, I think we will maintain, we are targeting to maintain the similar levels. We normally try to keep it in this range itself. And we have a good demand in the domestic market as well, with our increased capacities on stream, which are primarily for the domestic market in the fabric side, as well as in the yarn side. So definitely we'll try to maintain the similar kind of issues.
Okay, so in that case, tell us about your guidance, because earlier you had indicated that FY23 revenues were impacted because of the demand concerns that we saw. What about going forward? What will the guidance look like in terms of FY24 numbers and FY25 as well when we talk about revenue growth and margin growth?
Well, normally we do not give any guidance because in our business, the prices are quite volatile. In terms of quantities, definitely I can tell you that our capacities have been completed and they have been increased by about 25 to 40%. Now we are producing, we'll be producing more than 105,000 tons of yarn every year, which is about, we have reached in this quarter about 25,000 tons of yarn. So this run rate will definitely be maintained and will be improved even going forward. As far as this year is concerned, I think we should be, the total revenue will be more than 20% up than last year. And it has been, and we hope to maintain the similar kind of revenue growth going forward as well. As far as margins are concerned, I think still there are challenges in our industry as a whole. We have pressure on the margins. Cotton prices definitely have stabilized, and that is a big relief. Since last 1 year, we had major issues regarding cotton, but now cotton prices are more or less with the international market, and they have stabilized pretty well. So going forward, we are working on various directions to improve the margins from by adding more value to our products, as well as also looking forward to have better cost controls.
Right. Mr. Nolkha, one final question from my end. Are there any new product launches that we can expect from you in the upcoming quarters? You've mentioned earlier that you're looking to enhance your value-added products in your portfolio. That's part one of my question. And part two is that you've mentioned that you're focusing on debottlenecking your existing manufacturing facilities. How do you plan on doing that, and by when we can see that coming to fruition?
First of all, on the product launches of various products, we definitely keep on adding various products in our basket. We are trying to see that we decommoditize our business. We have a lot of products which are like commodity products, and we have pricing pressures on that. So we are trying to see that we add more value to our products, and that is a continuous process. So nothing major to highlight in that, but still we keep on doing a lot on that part. Second question is like debottlenecking. So debottlenecking is also, we are putting more and more investments on an ongoing basis to see wherever the products can be improved upon.
Okay, all right. Mr. Nolkha, would have liked to chat a little more, but out of time. But thank you so much for joining us today with your perspective on what's happening with the company, the export side, demands and pricing as well. That's the word coming in from Nitin Spinners. The stock is surged to the day's high. But we'll do one thing. We'll slip into a short break for now. When we come back, we will connect with Rupesh Shah of Symphony to discuss their Q3 earnings performance. It was reported just a while back.